Welcome to the Get Fit Guys, quick and dirty tips to get moving and shape up. My name is Brock Armstrong, and I'm the Get Fit Guy. I have mentioned and shown the stationary bike that I use at home in some of my past episodes and in my Workout of the Week videos that you can find at brockarmstrong.com/YouTube. Now, the bike is a ProForm Pro 22 studio bike that features the iFit workout platform. It's pretty compact, easy to move around, and has a big tablet screen that connects to my Bluetooth headphones and heart rate monitor. And suffice to say, it does me well. In a time when virtual and online training is at an all-time high, I spent a lot of time actually looking into not only which device I wanted to have cluttering up my home, but also which platform I would need a subscription for to make the most of this device. Now, beyond iFit, I have subscriptions to more than a few platforms, including Journey and Allo Moves and Zwift, and yes, a few of those were given to me for free because, well, I'm a podcaster. And because I'm nearly 50 years old, turning 50 in a couple of months, in fact, I have a long history with various fitness platforms, starting with workouts on VHS tape. Now, when I was presented with the opportunity to chat with Colleen Logan, who's the Vice President of Marketing at Icon Health and Fitness, I jumped at it. Colleen has been working in the industry for nearly 20 years and has seen many fads come and go. Now, Icon Health and Fitness is headquartered in Utah and is a company that designs, manufactures, and sells treadmills, stationary bikes, and ellipticals, as well as owning the iFit brand, which I mentioned earlier. During our conversation, I asked Colleen how she feels about the booming online fitness industry. I figured it would be a little dicey and perhaps even a cutthroat situation, but Colleen assured me that it is not.
That's the beautiful thing right now, is that the fitness market is absolutely exploding. It's always been a growth industry. Today, it's an exploding growth industry. So we love the competition because more competitors talking about fitness and the need for fitness and the convenience of home fitness is all, the rising tide raises all boats.
Now, one of the reasons that I chose iFit for my home was due to the fact that it is interactive, not just passive. And by that, I mean it's not like someone just took one of my old VHS workout tapes and streamed it over the internet. It actually reacts and changes with and for you. And Colleen is very proud of this iFit competitive difference.
Back in the day, it was a video, and then it became a DVD and maybe a CD for certain people, and then downloadable workouts, and now streaming workouts. And today, because you're streaming from a tablet or a phone that's connected to the cloud, it's a connected workout. But those are all really, in a way, kind of one-way passive workouts. You are on the receiving end as the consumer of the workout, and that's it. Our workouts, our iFit technology is a level up from simple streaming, and we say that because in addition to the workout that you receive, so a video channel, an audio channel, we also have iFit signals that automatically adjust your fitness equipment. So if you're on a treadmill, it adjusts your speed and your incline and your decline. If you're on a cycle, it adjusts your resistance. Some of our cycles also have incline and decline. If you're on one of our ellipticals, it adjusts resistance, incline and decline on our rowers, resistance on our strength products, resistance.
Now, Colleen and I agree that this technology is the closest thing, at least at this time, to having a real coach in the room, working out with you, or even out on the trail with you. Like I did the day before this interview was recorded, when I was virtually riding with George Hincapie. Now, George was a professional cyclist for 19 years, and he raced in 17 Tour de France's, 5 Olympic Games, and several World Championships. He's been retired for almost 10 years now, but of course, he isn't just sitting on the couch. Nowadays, he's creating training workouts for the iFit platform. Now, during the ride that I did with George, although we were just riding virtually through the countryside where George lives, he gave a nearly non-stop masterclass in cycling technique. So what could have been a pretty boring ride turned into a fascinating lesson on how to be a better cyclist.
Yeah, I mean, it's the one thing that I know very well is all things about cycling. So for me, it's important that people are comfortable on the bicycle, and position is very, very important if you want to have an enjoyable experience, either outdoors or indoors. They kind of give me the green light to be able to discuss on different sort of advices for positioning and for fun workouts that you can do to try to become stronger on the bike. Whether you're a competitive cyclist or you just want to burn some calories, it all sort of translates to anybody that wants to ride that bicycle.
The thing that struck me was that I wasn't just riding along with George and learning from his encyclopedia-like knowledge of cycling. On top of that, he was also in control of my bike, increasing the resistance as we rode uphill and decreasing it when we rode downhill. Now, in another iFit cycle class, I rode with another trainer who spent most of our ride through Japan giving us a lesson in local history and culture. And one of the spin studio classes I did the week before featured some great information about recovery and nutrition in between hard cycling intervals, that is. Now, I asked George if he would have used this technology back when he was training for the tour.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the fact that you can actually see some of these climbs on a screen, being on a stationary bike, and feel the gradient and know which way the road is turning is pretty massive. I think it would have been a huge advantage to have something like that, where you wouldn't have to spend a whole day flying to the Alps and seeing Alpe d'Huez, for instance. You can actually see it on your screen in iFit. So that something like that would have been a huge advantage.
Now, personally, I have to admit that as a lifelong road and trail cyclist, I had a bit of a hard time adjusting to not having gears or brakes on the bike. It took me at least a week or so to get used to having to pedal constantly and not try to coast down the hills. And I still haven't actually wrapped my head around how to ride faster when there are no gears on the bike, but perhaps this is just a matter of trying to teach an old cyclist new tricks? I don't know. But check in with me again in a few months, and I'm sure I will have it sorted out. So if you're like me, you probably are a little bit stuck trying to figure out which device you want to have in your home. So seeing as Colleen has been in the industry for so long, I asked her to give us some tips on how to choose a workout platform.
I think probably the best way to think about choosing a platform for connected fitness is to know that variety is the opportunity to stay motivated and stay with your workout routine. iFit has variety in terms of workouts. So as you mentioned before, we have live workouts. We have workouts that are shot and you stream on demand in the studio. We have workouts that we shoot on location all over the world, 7 continents, more than 52 countries at this point. And then we also have workouts that you can create on your own using the Google Map tool on the iFit website. Then frequently, we're finding that consumers are looking for a variety in terms of the type of equipment they want to buy. So if you're a cyclist and you like cycling, you'll probably buy a cycle, and that's great. But you also might want to add strength training to that. So we also have strength training on our platform. You might want to add a treadmill because it's great cross training back and forth, especially steep incline hiking and trekking. And we have a huge variety in terms of the type of equipment that are on our platform so that you always have a variety there. And then at just a personal consumer level, we also have a huge variety in terms of price points. We have everything from a luxury price point all the way through the middle price points, all the way to an opening price point. And you have the opportunity with iFit to mix and match. So if you're a cyclist and that's your thing, then you might end up buying the top of the line cycle. If you want another piece of equipment, but you don't want to pay top of the line for that, you might buy a really great mid price point treadmill. So you have the beginnings of a terrific home gym, but you haven't splashed out for the top price point in both categories.
So, all right, there you have it. Look for a variety of content, a variety of equipment and modalities, and then a variety of price points. And finally, a tip from me is to look at how long a company has actually been in business. Not to point any fingers, but some of the newer players on the scene may or may not have the lasting power of an older company like Icon. And you may find yourself stuck with a device that is no longer supported. So just something to keep in mind. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. And thanks again to Colleen, Logan, and George Hincapie for joining me on this episode. It's great to hear from real pros like you guys. Now, don't forget to tune in next week because I'm going to be talking to another expert all about foam rolling. It's a topic I've touched on before, but my guest is a true expert, and he actually taught me a lot about foam rolling, so it's a good one. You won't want to miss it. And once again, if you want to see that stationary bike in action, just head over to brockarmstrong.com/YouTube and you'll get access to all of my workout of the week videos where I've done a number of rides on that bike. All right. My name is Brock Armstrong. I'm the Get Fit Guy, asking you, what are you waiting for? Choose a workout platform that's right for you.